function and array. Today we are going to see how we can pass an array as function argument. In this lecture we will see how we can pass an array to the function. This lecture requires you to have a little knowledge about what is an array and what is function. I have explained these two topics separately in detail into two different video lectures and their links are given in the description. Now passing array to the function. As we can pass a simple variable to the function, we can also pass an array to the function. We know that array is the collection of elements of same type. There are two methods to pass array to the function. First is passing an individual element of an array. Second is passing an entire array to the function. We know that every function has to be declared before its use. In the first method, the declaration of function is simple. We just have to specify the type of element of array which we will pass to the function. Suppose we are passing single element of an array of type integer to the display function. It will take the general declaration such as void display integer in bracket and semicolon. Here return type is void. Hence display function will not return any value. Sometimes we need to pass all the elements of array to the function. Instead of passing individual element, we can pass entire array to the function. But we have to specify the type of array as well as a square bracket to indicate we are passing an array. Consider the declaration of max function. Integer max integer square bracket and then semicolon. Here we will pass an array of type integer and it will return the largest element of an array. Consider one more example. Void sort integer square bracket and semicolon. Here we will pass an array of type integer and it will sort array elements in ascending order. Depending on the task of function, we can pass multiple array to the function as well. Consider one more example. Void copy integer square bracket comma integer square bracket and semicolon. Here we will pass two array of type integer and it will copy one array to another. Now if we are passing entire array to the function, we have to pass the starting address of the array as an argument. The starting address of an array can be obtained by address of the first element of an array or by its name. The name of array indicates the starting address or starting memory location of an array. If suppose A is an array, then the name A indicates the starting address. Consider an example, int A of 4. Here A is an array of type integer and has 4 elements as shown on the screen. Integer value requires 2 bytes to store in memory. Hence array A requires 4 multiplied by 2, that is 8 bytes. Here consider 20501 is the starting address of array. 20501. It is the starting address of an array. Just consider. It is just an example. The real memory address will be different. And this address can be indicated by A or by the address of first element, that is address of A of 0. Consider a programming example.
Write a program to find largest element of an array using function. This is the declaration of max function. This is the definition of main function. And this is the definition of max function. The max function will take integer array as an argument and will return an integer type value. Execution always begins from main function. Here we have declared integer I and an array A of 4 elements of type integer. Integer value requires 2 bytes to store in memory. Hence an array A requires 8 bytes of memory to store 4 elements. Consider for example, starting address of an array A is 20501. Actual memory location will be different at runtime, definitely. We have also declared a variable large. The print statement generates an output enter array elements. The loop will be executed from I is equal to 0 to 3 total 4 times. 0 is less than 4, condition is true. Now reading the value of a of 0, that is 50. Then the loop will be continued for a of 1, that is 80, a of 2, that is 10, a of 3, that is 100. Now I becomes 4. The condition 4 less than 4 goes false. Now we are calling max function by giving a starting address of an array a, that is a, which indicates 20501. We already know that the name of array indicates a starting address or base address of an array. This address will be copied to p variable, which is used to collect address of an array of type integer, indicated by the square bracket after p. Here p will contain an address 20501, which is address of a. It means that p will point the same memory location in max function which was pointed by a in main function. It means that we are accessing the same array or same memory location but with different name. Now we are declaring variable I and variable L. L is equal to P of 0, that is 50. Here we are considering that the first element is the largest element. This loop will be executed for 3 times from 1 to 3. Condition 1 is less than 4 is true. Now the condition L is less than P of 1, that is 50, is less than 80 is true. P of I, that is 80, will be copied to variable L. Increasing the value of I by 1, it becomes 2. Condition 2 is less than 4 is true. Now the condition 80 less than 10 is false. The loop will be continued. Increasing the value of I by 1, it becomes 3. Condition 3 less than 4 is true. Now the condition 80 less than 100 is true. P of I, that is 100, will be copied to variable L. Increasing the value of I by 1, it becomes 4. Condition 4 is less than 4 is false. Loop will be terminated here. Return L, that is return 100. This return value replaces the max function. 100 will be copied to variable large. This statement will print the message largest is equal to large, that is 100. The final output of the program will be enter array element 50, 80, 10, 100. Largest is equal to 100.